Hello, everyone. I'm Doug Thiel. I'm going to be your instructor in an online course at Cal Lutheran University in Technology and Value. This particular video actually will be good for the foreseeable future because it's generic in nature. It's part of a welcome email that you'll receive, but in addition to what it's printed, I just want to, say a few things. And I'm going to make it short. The effort that California Lutheran University is extending to these online courses is truly awesome because I teach in other venues. I have online courses at Moore Park and Oxnard colleges. And even though they're going to an online educational initiative to try to bring the quality and the content of online courses up to a fairly high standard, CLU is really setting the bar, and they've got a lot of support staff. So let me just start out with kind of my first bullet point, which is attend the orientation for online classes. They hire people full time to do this kind of thing for the university, and it's extremely helpful because if you're like me, I wasn't born with a iPhone in my back pocket. I have had to learn this as time has moved forward, and our technology. Subject matter for this course has, made rapid changes in our lives. So attending the online orientation in person is, I think, an asset for use, and when that's offered, please take advantage of it. Second bullet point, boy, it doesn't get any more basic than that. Obtain textbook. We're finding out in the community college district that as high as 60% of students are trying to get by without buying a textbook. There's a lot of reasons for that. Textbooks cost too much, that's for sure. But it's a recipe for disaster. And for this class, it won't work. You have to have your textbook because we're going to be using that as the basis for our dialogue on technology and how it relates to philosophical thinking. Then, of course, you want to familiarize yourself with your course shell. Now, here's the advantage. Not only, do you have some flexibility about, how to do things or when to do things as well, but your entire course is laid out. It's not as if you're going to class and then, gosh, what's he going to have us do this week? Now, that's true. CLU requires an instructor to have a syllabus, and they're supposed to put in what's happening on different dates. But in an online course, that's really dialed in. You've got everything that's laid out in front of you. So familiarize yourself with it. In other words, look at the different weeks and kind of get a sense of things, because the overriding issue for an online class is how you manage your time. And you've got to manage it wisely. You can't wait until the last minute to do things and then not submit something by the posted deadline, because I hold you to those deadlines as almost all online instructors will. Those deadlines are published well in advance, and you need to meet them. Late work is just not going to be acceptable. Okay? Attend the live sessions. Now, CLU has taken a little bit of a different look at this than maybe some of the community colleges, and I think they're doing it to satisfy accreditations and to make sure that they have the kind of reputation that they really do have in terms of the quality of education. And so, even though you might say, well, why would I have to ever attend a live session if I'm in an online class? I should be able to do that, at 3 a.m. in the morning and all that. Well, you can. You can do a lot of your work whenever you choose. But we are going to have a weekly online session. Read your syllabus for how that works. It's generally going to be that you could miss 2 of those and not have any penalty. But after that, the penalty kicks in. So read what that is. These these live chat sessions are recorded. In other words, you could watch them again if you wanted to, or if you missed one, you could watch it. But we're going to be using this format. Now, generally, if the class would start like on a Monday, the first class session, and it's the first day of the semester, that live chat is going to be fairly short. Because in essence, what we're going to do, because the requirement is that we have a 90-minute live chat, and no one was going to be forced to watch me, a talking head, for 90 minutes. That would violate the 8th Amendment on cruel and unusual punishment. Instead, what we're going to do is use that live chat session to have breakout group discussions, and the technology's evolved such that works fairly well. In other words, there'll be some opening remarks. I'll talk about a few things, and then I'll split you into groups, let you chat amongst yourselves, and then have at an appropriate time, you'll have some specific things to discuss, questions on essays, and then you will select a group spokesperson, and then we'll reunite in cyberspace as one group again, and then I'll have one of those group presenters present. Now, what that means is that although CLU is kind of shying away from saying, well, you have to have a camera, obviously you have to have ability, you have to have internet, and you have to have a computer that works, but you need a camera and you need a microphone to make this what it should be. And that's not a big burden. Almost any computer now comes with that built in. If you've got an older computer for about $19, you can buy a microphone that plugs into a USB port. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I'll get that out of the way. So anyways, that's the live session. We'll talk more about that. It's at the first live chat, which will be kind of an orientation, unless it's later in the week, in which case we might do some breakout group work. We'll play that first session by ear. Lastly, and then I'm going to shut this talking head down, stay ahead of the deadlines. It's that simple. And the way to do that is just to kind of be conscientious. Now, I have an ongoing battle in online courses in the community college district. I'll probably lose 30% of the students that enroll. And they thought somehow this was going to be nothing. I don't have to do anything. I'll get to it when I get to it. It's all, and that's because they're younger probably in most cases, and haven't had the life and job experiences that some of you had. So in the CLU environment, my students in the online courses do meet their deadlines, and they're conscientious, and they understand time management because many of you worked and are working and understand that you just can't have a laissez-faire attitude about, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. And so there are advantages in the online experience in the sense that it is all laid out in front of you. You do have some flexibility on when you actually do the work, and unlike a class once a week, which you might have to spend 3 hours in, these live sessions will never go past 90 minutes, and most of that will be your group discussion, which actually makes that time go pretty quickly. I'm going to shut this down for now, and I look forward to our online experience together, and I wish you all the best.